All right, and welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Bob, the Rocket City Reseller, and we're back with another video of what sold. Also have some sage advice along the way, and the ramblings of a madman. I feel as if we're there. Fourth quarter is upon us, and if you guys are new here, you're not sure, we sell toys, mostly plushies, believe it or not, and we do a pretty good business doing that. We've been selling since October of 2022. We have amassed quite the plushie army. This is our shed. It is about 50 by 24 outbuilding, and we also have a garage full, and it's bled over into the house, and hopefully we'll have a warehouse next year. Let's go ahead and hope for that one. And if you're also new here, we do a podcast, and we're going to be launching a new podcast, pun intended. Rocket City Reseller presents Launchpad, featuring co-host She Shed 244 from Whatnot, Ashley, a good friend of the crew, and also you may know her from YouTube sensation and also Whatnot, Tennessee Treasures on YouTube, and her name is Ellie. And looking forward to doing that this coming year. It is December 13th, and we made $1,200 in 12 hours. Let's go. Saturday night, and I'm feeling right. And let's get to the video. Challenge of the day. This is the first one that sold. It was a ladybug, miraculous ladybug tiki Kwame plush toy. Never heard of it, and that's okay. That's what the Google lens said, and the buyer was all about it. Looks like they paid $20 for this one and sold for about that, and 3 months to sell. That's quick for plush. If you're not familiar with plush sales, they are long tail, can take a while to sell, and this particular ladybug sold. Challenge of the day is to not use cute to better describe this stuff. Obviously it's cute. No idea what it was when I picked it up, but here we are. So adorable. I guess we'll use that. On to the next. So story time. This next one is a lemur that we're looking for. Adventure Planet sold for $15.44 in 6+ months. It's been here for an eon. If you're also new here, we're not going to be picking up real life animals as much. There's always an exception to the rule. Look at your comps when you're picking up stuff, but we're going to be moving away from this stuff. It just doesn't sell fast enough. Not that it doesn't sell, because obviously we're looking for a lemur that did sell. But just bear that in mind when you're picking this stuff up. Look through sell rates. And here is the lemur. So story time. Tell us a story, Uncle Bob. Sure. Be happy to. So recently went to the Goodwill Outlet Bins with our good friend, Tennessee Treasures. And we're waiting for a rotation. Rotation comes out, and it's good. It's good, We're digging. We're vibing. We got myself, my wife, Tennessee Treasures, her 2 children. All of a sudden, just like over my shoulder, these blankets come flying over our heads and crash down into the hard goods. So I look over, and it was a bin bro throwing clothes into the bin. Now, what if I were to take a greasy pot and put it in their clothes? How do you think that would go over? Wouldn't, right? So I turn around and I say, "Excuse me, sir." Actually, I said, "Brah," because I try to give them the old 1-2, because that's what they understand, right? So I'm like, "Brah, what are you doing? You're throwing stuff." He's like, "I didn't hit you." I said, "That wasn't the point." So now I'm trying to maintain my composure. So I'm like, "That wasn't the point. The point was that you're trying to throw stuff into our bin when we're digging here." And he came over in a huff and he grabbed it away and took it away and he started mouthing off. And that's when I was just like, what if I did that to you? How would that make you feel? I said, don't answer that, because you know how it would. And ... So it just got heated back and forth. And I had to be the better man and walk away, because it's not really worth it in the end. It's just a reminder to be respectful of people when you're out and about, and try not to be rude and avoid bin bros, I guess is the point of the story. But I just thought you guys would like to see the other side of that reselling. All right, on to the next one. Okay, we're back and we're looking for a Slumberkins plush. It's like a Lovey Snuggler plush, and it sold for $26.73 in 6+ months. And it sold on Mercari. Mercari's making a bit of a comeback thanks to Nifty. Nifty's doing the work behind the scenes to kind of work that shop because it's been doing so terribly. I don't really put a lot of effort in it. So the fact that Nifty can do that on our behalf, and looks like we made, of that 1,212 hours, 114.24 from Nifty. And if you're not familiar with that cross-listing AI platform that is Nifty, I did a video the other day, so check that out. And also, there is a affiliate link where you can get $15 off your first month. If you'd like to try it, it's code Rocket City. You don't need to, but if you want to try it, feel free. I get a little bit of a kickback, not much, but I believe in it enough to say that. And can't find the Slumberkins. I'll be right back with that. This is as soon as I turned the camera off, I find it. It was there the whole time. Maybe if I stopped going on about Nifty and how great it is, I would have found it. But I can't say enough about it because it has quadrupled our business since we've started using it in the short time since May. I wish I would have got on board sooner, quite honestly. So whenever I have an experience like that and it's made such an impact, I want to make sure that I scream it from the top of the tower because I want my friends to be successful as well. And if you're new here, I consider you a friend. Appreciate the like, subscribes, and if you're not liking and subscribing, I would appreciate that. And also any comments, it helps with the algorithm. So anyways, this guy sold for $26.73 and sold on Mercari. Yeah, so thanks Nifty, appreciate you. So we're back, and this bin actually I just located it this morning. The particular item that we're looking for sold in 2 days. It was a Manhattan Toy Baby Stella and Wee Baby Stella doll, and 2 days listed, sold rather quickly. And here it is, super cute. They have their clothes. They have magnetic mouths, so they have like things like binkies and stuff. This one's missing the binky, but this one had it. And yeah, can't say enough about that sale. Was a good one. $50 for 2 dolls, and we have pennies on the dollar. We got these both actually from the bins not too long ago, and probably have the footage of actually pulling these from the Goodwill bin. So if you're not watching our Thrift With Me series or our Nashville Outlet Bin series, make sure you watch those because it's as simple as that. Go there, put yourself in front of it, find items that sell, that you can buy cheap and sell for more. That's the name of the game. So if you're new to reselling and you like that type of content, make sure you're following those videos. eBay, $50, 2 days. So we're staying in 38. Again, remember, we just located all this stuff. This one sold in 1 day. Matter of fact, it sold within hours. Probably listed it a little bit too low, perhaps. But the comps were kind of all over the place with this. Obviously, color block, pastel. It's checking a lot of boxes already. It's weighted, has beans in the feet, and it feels really nice. It's obviously best ever. It's a good brand. It doesn't always go for a lot. This one sold for $29.99 in a day on eBay. Would I pick it up again? Likely, because of the feel. Kind of reminds me of a TY or a Tilux. And you can just tell the quality when you start touching this stuff. So if it feels like quality, this is Girl Scout. Doesn't really feel like quality. This, you can tell the difference. Anyways, just some of the things to look for. Color block stuff sells well. Pastel colors. This type of listing as an Easter bunny might have helped, even though it's Christmas time. On to before we pull this Beatrix Potter plush book. Actually, that was easy. I'll find it. I just want to set some sage advice. If you're not cross-listing, I suggest and recommend that you do. Now, it could be a little scary at first, especially if you don't have a cross-listing tool, which helps with auto delisting, so you don't multi-sell something or cross-platforms. I I will say that Nifty is pricey. It's $89.99 for the Pro Bundle. Comes with all the bells and whistles, does all the work for you. But that's about $1,078. Don't hit me in the math, but a year. And we likely made that in the first week of November. So it paid for itself in that first week of November. So I can't say enough about having some sort of cross-listing, whether that's list perfectly, Vendu, whatever your flavor is. Make sure that you're putting as many eyes as you can on your items. And that's my sage advice for today. The other one is don't ever pick up this kind of stuff because it doesn't sell for very much. This one sold for $11. Took an Eon Decella and Poshmark. And yeah, I took an offer just to get it going. And yeah, on to the next one. All right, if you're an insane person like us and use this type of methodology to store your items, leave it in the comments. If you think we're crazy, leave that too. I love that type of comment. And you wouldn't be wrong. So there's 3 items in 45. So I was just here, right? So instead of like taking all this down, and I'm just going to slide it over. I wasn't really tracking this whole like idea until I saw my wife do it one time. And the spatial awareness of that type of thought process sometimes eludes me. So shout out to my lovely wife who puts up with us so much from me. The next 3, this one is a good one, Circle Puppy Plush. We'll come back with that in just a second. So make sure you do that. We're looking for an elephant, Kelly toy. Can I do this about the world falling apart? Let's see. We'll see. See. You gotta be quicker than that. Alright, let's see what we got. Elephant, that's a TY, that's not it. Smaller than maybe. Alright, we'll be right back with that Kelly toy. Alright, so 13 and some change for this guy, and the funny story is I was in the wrong bin. So we'll go ahead and insert or error here. So yeah, would I pick this up again? Absolutely not. We're going to be moving away from this type of stuff too. The difference between the two. Spark Create Imagine Walmart. This sells better than this, believe it or not. You'd probably pass it up and not give it much thought, but $25 probably for this. And it sells on the regular. Probably sold like 6 or 7 of these this year. Whereas this, I may have sold 2 in 3 years. So some better advice is make sure you comment stuff if you're going to have time to do so before you pick it up. And sometimes when we're grabbing by weight, we just grab it. And especially in the beginning, we weren't as careful. But now that we have so many items, we're being a little more selective. All right, on to the next. I love when these types of things happen. So this is our next one, Baby Stella. If you recall from a few sections ago here in this video, we sold a plush bundle with this particular doll in it. So it's kind of funny because don't sell one for 6 months and then sell 2 in the same day. It just makes the point that these things can sell. Everything here will sell, right? It's just a matter of when, for how much, right buyer, right time. So Baby Stella doll. And let's see what this one actually sold for by itself. Looks like $18.40 on eBay in about 6 months. So the other 2 were, if you recall, $50. This one's $20, give or take 18. And yeah, so just by adding that other doll, I got so much more from it. If they sold individually, I would have got less. So there's value in quantity for people. It's a mindset, behavioral science, I'm sure it can explain that. So just remember when you're picking and you have like items, bundling might be the better way. So we are apparently on a Manhattan Toy tear tonight. It's a really great brand that doesn't get enough recognition, quite honestly. This one's with a no-brainer tag still. I don't think it was ever used. One sold for $16 on Poshmark, and yes, we do sell toys on Poshmark. It's not just clothes. So if you're not tracking that, I would get a closet. Also, something to be mindful of Poshmark. You can actually order free Ground Advantage boxes through Victory Services, and if you're not familiar with that, I'll try to do a video on how to get that process done, so be on the lookout for that in future. Yeah, so this little guy, Manhattan toy, now you know, and if you know, you know, and we sell a lot of it. Will I continue to pick it up? That's a good question. It's going to be weight, price, a lot of differing factors as always. So, exceptions to rules tonight is the name of the game. All right, we're going to move on to the next. Okay, and I just threw that nice plushie and trying to get it in the basket and failed, so I wanted to record that because it's idiotic that I did that. So, but it's not dirty, so we're good. I have no talent whatsoever when it comes to athleticism. Our next one's in bin 62, and these are not in order, so it's a little bit of a challenge. There it is. 62, we are looking for Douglas White and Brown Pony, and we'll be right back with that. It looks like this one was a Lovey Douglas. Cute little Douglas horse, brown and cream. This one sold for $11 on Poshmark. Again, Poshmark, you're not tracking. And interesting story about Douglas. We get a lot of requests for it. It's a popular plush, especially on the Whatnot community. There's a lot of collectors on there. And speaking of that, my wife sold a Douglas cat. I guess it goes by the name of El Gato. Sold for $440 on Whatnot. If you're not selling on Whatnot and you want a link, hit me up in my description of the YouTube channel, and you can get instant seller access for that. And they'll match you up to $150 if you make it in your first show. So there's that incentive as well. I believe that's still a thing. And then also, if you're not a buyer on Whatnot, you want better deals than what you see on eBay. You need to source, and you don't have a lot of options in your area. Check out Whatnot. You can buy her, link here in our description, and get $15 off your first purchase using that affiliate link. So yeah. So if you're having trouble sourcing and you need another avenue, check out Whatnot. On to the next. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cover up the buyer's name here, but or potential buyer, I should say. I have this Target Pillow Fort weighted plush. The reason why I'm showing this is when we picked this thing up, there was strawberry jelly all over it. It was filthy as hell. We cleaned it up, restored it. My wife did a fantastic job. And we sell these things all day long. Matter of fact, if you go back to a few of our What Sold videos, you'll see us sell. And look, they just took the offer. How about that in real time? So they saw the value in it. I counter offered 28. They took it. I think what it is, there's versions. You can't find them anymore in the store. Where do you come? You come here, right? So just sold. I'll go ahead and get that pulled in this video. Maybe it's going to be a long one. Y'all strap in. $1,200 in 12 days. Let's freaking go. I didn't say 12 days, 12 hours. Good Lord, I'm so excited. Anyways, I dropped my phone. Okay, y'all, I need to be really careful in this bin. So recently in our local Goodwill in Madison, Alabama, I came across an entire collection of lions, and they all eventually led to this tote, which makes it harder to pull from because of that. So be smarter than me when you have like items, don't put them together. You'll be quicker if you don't. We're looking for that. I think it's this one. Okay. And let's see if we can tell. Sold on Etsy. And let's see details. And let's look. 2001. Okay, so 2001. This is 97. So good thing we're being smart and looking. 2001. 2005. Like I said, there's an entire collection someone had. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep on digging. Keep on digging, Bob. Keep on digging. So what is that one? Wasn't this one? How many more are there? Let's go. Apparently we have them all. Let's see. I'll be back with it, guys. Alright, I was almost disheartened that we didn't have it, but apparently this is it. Now, in the actual picture, it looked quite different, so I'm wondering if the photo is incorrect. I'm going to go back and look at that, but give you an example of different versions from different years. So I'll go back to the photo and double check, but 2001 is this one. And yeah, I'll be back with the evidence. Okay, so I'm pretty convinced this is it. So this looks darker in the photo than it actually does in the light here in the garage, and that could be part of the reason why. And also the hair got matted over storage time, so that'll get brushed out to its former glory. And you could tell by the fur that it is in fact this one. It's a bit different and shinier. So it was just sitting like this, I guess, also. And yeah, so at least we found it, and it makes me feel better when I look at it like that with the ruler. It just makes me feel like that is definitely the one. See how the hair is going that way as well. So again, be smarter than me. Don't put like items together. Sidebar sold for $21 on Etsy. That was the point of pulling it. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, on to the next. Alright, y'all, we are an absolute mess tonight. So I apologize. And but you know, this is the reality of it. You know, you start going stir crazy when it's busy like this. And it's starting to rain. Sorry, sidetracked. There it is. Belle. She's beautiful. Alright, Belle sold for $18 by offer on Nifty. Did not sell for a whole lot, but would I pick it up again? Yes. These go for like $40 at the parks. We're going to be going to Disney in just a few short days for Christmas. We are very blessed to be able to do that. And we worked really hard this year. And that's the payoff. That is courtesy of Whatnot. If you're not familiar with Whatnot, we talked about it earlier. Can't say enough about getting on there, grinding it out, getting a following, and building yourself a community, a tribe, if you will, of either like-minded resellers or even buyers. Both are nice. Community is great. I would say 99.9% of the community is fantastic. There's always outliers in every community, especially reselling. But yeah, this one sold for 18 in 6+ months on Poshmark. Again, more than clothing. We're going to keep this video shorter than I intended, just because competing efforts and I need to get on with it, and it's just faster. So if you want to see longer what sold videos in a different format, please let me know. If you're curious about what items sell and for how much, we'll be doing more of these. So for example, that Good Dinosaur bundle that sold for $52. Highlight that. Parks Chip and Dale Disney Parks sold for $36.45 on Mercari. Another great sale. Here's another one sold for $64.99. Backyardigans Interactive Fisher Price, $64.99 in 1 month on eBay. Let's go. Another Vancouver Aquarium Axolotl, $30. And sold in 2 months on eBay. Just a few of them before we get out of here. And remember, $1,200. Or, well, we sold a few things. That's why I rounded up. But since this video started, we actually sold 3 things. We're actually over 12 now. But $1,200 in 12 hours. What can we do in 24? Yeah, maybe I'll put that in the thumbnail of this video. So we appreciate you guys. Remember, if you're not liking, subscribing, we appreciate that. And also remember, if you can't be good at it. We'll catch you on the next video.